Mentoring is wanting for a person more than they want for themselves.
Oh,
That's the
let's
biggest
talk
mistake.
about that.
So you can see someone, they can come to you and say they want you to be their mentor.
Right.
And you can, we got to do this. And you can have all these ideas and you want them to grow
Right.
in a fast pace, and they're not ready. A mentor always wants you to strive to be number one. And I've learned there's some people who are okay being number two. There are some people who are okay being the helper versus being the boss.
Got you.
That's not my role. My role is not to make you number one.
Right.
My role is to help you be the best version of you.
We have been having the most amazing time this season. For those of you who are just jumping on, we are talking about legacy building. Last season, we talked about vision, which was so impactful and amazing, and we thought that it was important to take it into a place of legacy building. And so if this is your first time here, I want to say welcome. I'm so glad that you joined us for Optimum Living. And if you're returning, hey girl, hey boy, hey man, bro, how y'all doing, dude? No, let me stop. So glad that you've been with us for the journey, and we're excited for what's going on in this season. I told everyone it's a little bit more serious because we're talking about legacy building, and I want you to be able to really see where you are in your own journey. If you haven't been intentional, this is going to allow you to really start being intentional about all the different dimensions that I shared in the first episode. If you didn't watch that, go back and catch up so you're not behind. But today in this episode 3 in this season, we are having our amazing guest who's returning. She's returning from season 3, where she done such an excellent job, and y'all loved her and really received a lot from her. So today we have, for those of you who don't know her, we have Pastor Tena, Coach Tena, Mentor Tena. We have an amazing woman she's a leader, she's a coach, she is a business owner, she is anointed, she's my sister friend, and I am so glad to have her. So y'all give it up for Tena. Welcome.
Thank you.
So happy to have you here. And I am your host, Sybil Bull, and this is Faith Based Optimum Living. Today, we are talking about one of the highest return investments. I know y'all thought it was money, right? But it's not. We're talking about what it looks like in mentorship. We're talking about legacy building, and maybe you didn't think about how your mentee or you being mentored, how that actually is a part of legacy, but it's the highest return of investment that anyone will ever make in someone's life. Because legacy is not about growing through possessions, right? Just possessions. It multiplies through people, because things will come and go, but what we do in the life of a person, man, that is the main thing that we want to live for. And so, Tena, we're so excited to have you here.
Thank you.
And we're looking forward to this conversation.
Thank you. So
I
am
know
I.
that you're going to drop some wisdom nuggets and also give some answers to some people who may be thinking to themselves, I ain't think nothing about mentor, and how that looks.
Right.
And so we're going to actually go into a space where we want to talk about what it looks like to define mentorship, right? Because for some people, they may not actually know what it looks like and what it means. So I'm going to talk about culturally, it's about advice. That's what people say mentorship is. And biblically, some people say it's discipleship and life sharing, right? And then there are other people in the space of psychology who says it's developmental relationship that accelerate growth and identity.
Right.
What would be your definition of mentorship?
I would define it as all three of what you just said. It all depends what category.
Yeah, for sure.
So spiritually, I would see it as planting seeds. Naturally, I would see it as development, personal development, guidance.
Yeah.
Spiritually, I'm looking at more the same thing we look at Holy Spirit. We look at him for. The same thing can be in a person
Right.
to help guide us. Naturally, that personal development, that person who can see us, one, and then push us without recreating themselves. We don't want to be a clone.
Right.
Someone who can see us and develop us so we can be the best version of ourselves.
Right.
And they've already paved the path for us.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. mentorship. I love that. Thank you for sharing that definition. I just want to put something quickly out there. It says research shows that individuals with mentors advance faster professionally and demonstrate greater confidence. Do you agree?
I agree. Professionally, I remember working in corporate America where my manager saw more in me than my job title.
Wow.
And so I was working in the credit card industry, and I was his admin.
Okay.
And he said, "You're more than this role." He said, "So apply for one of the new roles, or I'm going to replace you."
Really?
Yes. This was in 2005.
That's so lovely.
And I was like, "No, I'm content. But I've mastered the role." And he was like, "But there's more to you." And I was content in the role. Thank you. And he pushed me, and he was serious. And I applied for a new position and got it and mastered that position. And every year I received a promotion.
Wow. So it is true. You do advance faster professionally and demonstrate greater confidence.
You do.
All right, let's talk about some barriers, right? Because people have barriers to mentorship, right? Being mentored or even finding a mentee. So let's talk about barriers. Let's talk about what that looks like and why someone may even feel they're not qualified or they don't need one. Like, talk about your story or how that works.
As far as a barrier, I didn't know I needed a mentor. My mentor knew me. It was a woman. My first mentor, when I was in my early 20s, I was actually 20, she knew me and she saw what I could be. So she took me under her wing.
Okay.
So I wouldn't even have defined it as her mentoring me. I can see that now.
Right.
I saw it as her. She came in, one, as a protector. Hey, consider this, do this different. Then she would teach me things while she wasn't offending me. I wouldn't even have said mentorship, but now I see what she was doing. She was developing me, but she was like, hey, she saw me going in the wrong direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She saw my potential, and then she just guided me. And the more she did it in love, because she saw what I was looking for, the more I desired it.
That's really good.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't know what you need until you're exposed to different. I remember we did our retreat and you talked about surviving and thriving. Sometimes you've never seen thriving.
So true.
Sometimes your family has only been survivors. So you know how to make it. This is what we do. This is how we stick together until someone shows you. You don't have to fight all the time.
Right.
Everything doesn't have to be hard. Everything doesn't have to be, we have to do it this way. I've learned through mentorship to enjoy moments versus what's next. I'm still trying to practice that. Like, what does success look like? Sometimes we never take the time to look at ourselves and say, hey, let me rest in this place right now. It's a good place.
Right.
Versus, no, I have to get to my next. A mentor will let you and will show you how to enjoy your present state.
Wow.
Without you feeling inadequate, that I have to be this next person.
That's good. I have here from what you were saying, mentorship is not about perfection, right? It's about presence.
Yes.
And you were saying she brought this presence into your life.
And she was intentional.
I love that.
She would see me and I would be sitting with my peers and she would just talk to me.
Wow.
Without offense. She didn't come as authority, though I respected authority.
Yeah.
She came as, oh, tell me what you've been up to. Conversation. Oh. So it allowed me to open up.
Right.
And then when I saw there was no agenda, because when you're a survivor,
absolutely,
you're looking for, what do they want?
Yeah.
I'm not going to be a mini-me. I refuse to be a mini-me. She didn't want that. She was just interested in me.
I love that.
Yeah.
Do you feel like because you were able to see that model, like there are some people who have this common myth where they're like, I don't have it all together.
Right.
Right. So that's a barrier. I don't mentor anyone because I need to get my own self together. Right. Then there's someone who's like, I'm too busy.
Right.
And did you feel like she was too busy for you?
No. But I would go back to that statement, I don't have it all together, which is not true.
It's good.
It's like being in school.
Right. Help
you
somebody.
went from kindergarten to first grade.
Right.
The first grader could help somebody in kindergarten. So you don't have to have it all together.
Right.
You just have to learn what you learned in kindergarten. So it's one of those.
You gotta know.
Yeah, you have to know something.
Yeah.
So we don't have to have it all together, but the things we've learned, we can help prevent someone else from learning something the hard way.
Right.
If you see them crossing the street and a truck is coming, you can scream,
There you go.
Get out the way. Right.
Hey!
That's, to me, I think that's planting a seed.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
Absolutely.
I see you. Or I used to be you. And if I used to be you, hey, I see you. It's a difference in how you approach it. So some people think they don't have it all together, but you have something.
That's good.
It has nothing to do with education. It has
Right.
to do with life. How old are you? You've learned something.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's good.
Yeah.
That just took that down. Let's get into this place where we talk about mentorship multiplication model, right? Which is fun. So I have 4 things here. Presence, which is consistent access. Permission, which is safe struggle, right? Process, which is structured growth. And then practice, which is model behavior.
Yeah.
What transformed you most as a mentee?
As a mentee, I would say it started with presence. When you see a void in someone, so when Barbara Henry, I'll say her name,
Yeah.
when she saw the void in me, she ministered to the void. So her presence was, I know you haven't received this.
Right.
And I am this, so I'll just be this in your life. And so because of her presence, I desired more. And she wasn't trying to be anything. She was just herself. But she saw that void. It's like us seeing somebody who needs help in an area. I can help you make this cake. Your presence and helping them was enough.
Wow.
So presence, I would say, would be number 1 for me.
The presence, her presence.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So what was the second one?
There's permission, which is safe struggle.
Yeah. Once she was present, I started opening up. And then I gave her permission to go deeper. But her presence was there first, without offense. There's a way you can present yourself to a person where they put their guard down.
Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
That is so good. You said there's a way that you can do that. What would that look like? Like, what was her presence like that made you put your guard down?
She wasn't trying to change me. She
She
came to understand me.
Ooh, that's so good.
And other people in her same age bracket would have preferred to change me. So,
Because isn't that what usually happens?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
so they see what you're doing wrong.
Right.
So they want to tell you what you're doing wrong.
Right.
She came to me just to know me.
That's
And
good.
then she gave me an option. Oh, well, why don't you think about doing it this way? Versus, you are doing this wrong. And when people do things wrong, they already know they're wrong.
Of course.
You already feel wrong. It's like telling somebody they're in sin. You already know you're in sin. You don't have to tell me I'm in sin because I know I'm in sin.
Right. Right.
So no, she came and she talked to the girl.
Right.
She talked to the girl, the woman she saw and the girl that was inside. And so I felt completely
The woman
safe.
she saw and the
But the
girl
girl.
that's
Oh,
inside.
absolutely.
Oh my gosh, Tina.
When you're going and you're becoming that mentor,
Yeah.
you have to embrace that whole person.
That's so
not
good.
what you want them to be.
Absolutely.
Even though that was her end goal,
Right.
but she saw the vulnerable side. She didn't see the hard side that was trying to protect myself. She probably saw it, but she didn't address that.
Yeah.
She addressed me.
Right.
And so then when she did it, I started opening up and gave permission. Permission is easy when you're safe.
Woo. And then there's structured growth process, which is structured growth.
Yeah.
And then practice, which is modeled behavior.
Yeah.
Wow.
So she brought structure, she brought correction, but we had already found love. So when she corrected me, I knew it didn't come from a evil place or a
Right.
hard place because I trusted her.
That's good.
So when you open up,
Yeah.
there's trust.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, so when correction comes, you're not offended.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, maybe I did do that wrong.
Right.
Wow.
Right. Right.
So I embraced it.
So now it's going to be that's you being a mentee. Now
Yeah.
I'm gonna address you as a mentor. So have you made any mistakes, and if you did, what mistakes have you made mentoring?
Mentoring is wanting for a person more than they want for themselves.
Oh,
That's the
let's
biggest
talk about
mistake.
that.
So you can see someone, they can come to you and say they want you to be their mentor.
Right.
And you can, oh, well, we got to do this. And you can have all these ideas and you want them to grow
Right.
in a fast pace and they're not ready.
Mm.
And you have to be honest and say, they're not ready.
Right.
Without trying to figure out, I would try to figure out, well, how can I get them ready? Because this is going to benefit them and that doesn't benefit them.
Okay.
There are some people who are okay being number two. A mentor always wants you to strive to be number one. And I've learned there's some people who are okay being number two. They don't want to be number one.
Can you expound on that?
Yes.
So that makes sense for some people who are either the mentee or the mentor. So that makes sense. But we're speaking from the place of a mentor. So talk that out.
So professionally, being a mentor, telling people to strive for this. Okay, we're in business. We're talking about this. I know how to get to this next level.
Right.
Okay, well, you want to get here. You want to do this. You want to do this. Mm-hmm. And I can push my preference on them, though I see their ability.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
My preference. Mm-hmm. And they never show up.
Right.
And it's not because they're not able. Sometimes it's because they don't want to. There are some people who are okay being the helper versus being the boss.
Got you.
But when you are a boss,
right,
you're thinking everybody wants to be the boss.
No, that makes a lot of sense to me.
No, some people are okay being number two. And you have to say, okay. That's not my role. My role is not to make you number one.
Right.
My role is to help you be the best version of you.
Right.
And not what I would do in your situation.
Right. That takes a lot of personal growth.
Yeah.
As a mentor, right? Because even when you were talking, I was thinking that is like that set thing in you where like everyone that comes in my life, I want to take them here, you know? And your here is not their here. And for some of them, they're like, I'm actually really happy and I'm miserable trying to get where you want me to go. And that's so good. Then the question becomes now, this is not something that I had on my paper, but the question actually becomes now, for some people, they will say, well, I don't think that's my person to mentor because you're trying to take them to the moon and they just want to go to Hawaii, right? So speak to that place where that person may be saying, well, I don't know. I only want, the person who wants to go here. And this is who I think I'm called to. Can you help correct that mindset?
Sure. With a mentee, you're usually drawn to something in the mentor.
Very good.
So if say you could admire someone but not be drawn to them.
Right.
And you have different personalities.
Right.
I'm type A. Mm-hmm. Somebody who's not type A would see me as too much.
Got it.
So there's a connection that we will naturally have.
Right.
It's organic. It's natural. It's
Got
okay.
you. Right.
Yeah. So that eliminates it. If you're saying, that's not my mentor, then we don't have that connection.
I got you.
Other people be like, I want that. Just not all of that. And that's not changing the person for who they are.
Right. Which is so good.
I can't make you me.
Right.
Yeah.
Because then that goes back to what you said at the beginning, that her presence that she brought into your life was never to duplicate who she was, but to amplify who you are, right? And so that makes it so important when we're talking about that space of legacy building, when we're mentoring.
Yeah.
Wow. How do you balance guidance and control? Guidance and control.
I have to look at my heart.
Okay.
My heart posture. And what is this relationship about? Even though you're a mentor, you're benefiting from the relationship. So though you're helping them, they're helping you.
Okay, talk about that.
Because they're keeping you sharp.
Okay.
So when I want to control you, I want you to do it my way.
Very well.
Versus as a mentor, I open the path, I show you the path.
Right.
And then you decide to do it.
Right.
Not my way.
Got you.
You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be my recipe.
Yeah.
The goal is the end result.
Right.
Not my recipe.
Right.
So what works for me in 2007 might not work for you in 2026.
That's good. That's good.
But the end result is the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
So because I feel like that's so important because in that healthy space of making sure that we're not multiplying ourselves.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
That we're not actually trying to say, here's 100 little Tenas.
Right.
Right.
Who wants that?
I mean, that's so important because a lot of people do want to control the outcome,
Right.
to make sure that what they want to say is, I had a part in that. You're just like me. They're like me because of this, instead of allowing that person to flow in who God's designed them to be.
Right.
And so I believe that guidance is like so important. And I love what you said. You said, I got to check my heart.
Right.
I got to check my heart, because what would you say the language of control may sound like?
Having daughters. Having daughters teaches you this lesson.
Okay.
I have 2 daughters, and they're not supposed to be me.
Right.
Follow my way,
Right.
but not be me.
Right.
And controlling them is wanting them to do it the way I want them to do it. That works when they're younger,
Come on.
not when they're adults.
Right.
So I've learned how not to be controlling as they became adults. Because you can see them, you want the best for your children. You
Absolutely.
want the best, especially when you have daughters. You want the best for them. And I've learned, no, that's me wanting it my way. Because if you did it my way, you wouldn't go through pains and things. And that's not true.
That's not true. Right.
They have their own identity.
Right.
And they're wired differently.
Right.
I'm a guide.
Right.
So I've learned that through my children.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Not controlling the narrative, the outcome, the strong suggestions.
Out of love,
Yeah,
wanting the best for them.
of course.
But they're not me.
Right. Because I always say you could have the right motive and the wrong method.
Right. You could be right and wrong at the same time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's wired by fear.
Talk about that.
When you're wired by fear, you're worried that they won't make the best decision. So you make the decision for them. This is the best path for you. And that's not necessarily true.
So that's a portion of control and mentorship. And I want to say the danger in that is you multiply that too, right?
Absolutely.
Because we're talking about multiplying in our lives.
Absolutely.
And you said earlier that it starts as a seed.
Yeah.
So when you're planting the seed, how do you determine what the seed should, like what it should grow up to be in that space of multiplication? How do you actually in your heart or in your discernment do this?
I'm looking at this end result. What is the end result of this?
Okay.
So, for example, not my daughters, but with a mentee.
Right.
I love working with teenagers. But what is the end result?
Good.
For them to open up and be the best version of themselves.
Right.
I can see things that may happen based on their decisions. But the end result is for them to think better, be sharper, be the best version of themselves, have that confidence. So I want to build up the person,
Right.
not necessarily control how they do things.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So let's flip back because we're talking about multiplication. So you were mentored and you were the mentee, right? And now you're mentoring and you have mentees who I'm assuming are also mentoring others, right? So the multiplication starts out with one person,
Right.
right?
Right.
And I know that person is not thinking about this is legacy. This is what I'm doing. So let's talk to that a little bit so people understand that the way it works in legacy building and multiplication is that what was that presence, what was the other one? The permission, the process, and the practice, how it impacted your life allowed you to what? Into someone else's life.
How it impacted me made me want to give it to someone else. If you're just focused on you, you don't see anybody else. You're looking at your end result. But when you see other people, it makes you want to help people. Even if it's just a seed. If it's just a seed, that's all they needed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And what I love about the investment portion that they talk about, the highest investment, is that a lot of times we'll bypass people. We will bypass people because we are not thinking investment.
Right.
Right. And you use the word seed, which is, I think, harvest. Right.
Right.
And one seed brings so many
Absolutely.
harvests. Right.
And if I plant the seed, I don't have to water the seed. But I planted the seed.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I remember I was talking about Barbara Henry, but in each decade of my adult life,
Right.
I had a different mentor
Okay. Talk about
that
that.
helped me in the area I was in. So Miss Barbara Henry, she helped me when I was in my 20s to early 30s.
Lovely.
Then there was someone else who saw something else in me. Miss Barbara was still involved.
Right.
But the other person took me to another level in a different area.
Got you.
So it's being open to a variety of different personalities.
That's good.
And none of us have the same personality.
That's so good. So good.
None of my mentors have the same personality.
Which means that the presence of each one gave consistent access to you to be able to do what needs to be done. So the multiplication just keeps going and going.
And
wow.
I didn't seek them.
Right.
And I can't say they sought me.
Right.
They were in my presence and decided to plant. Wow. They didn't say, oh, I think you should be my mentee. No, they were in my presence and decided to be generous.
Wow. Wow.
I'm grateful. I am so grateful. Which makes me want to do it for others.
Right. Right.